Hey everybody, welcome back here to Scavenger Ground Games. I'm Garrett, and thank y'all for coming back or checking out this video. Today we have 20 cases of the Doctor Who Universes Beyond Commander decks to bust open and go through and kind of see the breakdown on how that all works out. We've found a pretty decent deal. They were running a promotion on Amazon, and I'll show that a little here later. It was about 20% off. Free shipping through Prime. I also get to take advantage of a 5% discount, or not a discount, but they give you it back in credit to use on future purchases. They're using either an Amazon store card or one of their other credit card options, a business card, or whatever that may be. I use the Amazon Prime, the Visa that they offer through Chase, and that's kind of how I did it. To take advantage of that. So you get your 20% off the front end. They're running a limited time promotion. They only had so many available. I only decided to snag 20. I'm not super bullish on this set, and I'll show you guys why. So like when I bought initially, the cards were valued at a little bit higher than what they were by the time I got it all and opened it up. Amazon kind of messed around with me a little bit and split up my shipment into a bunch of different pieces. I think I got 9 or 10 different shipments just for the 20 decks. And they took an extra week to get here than they originally said they would. It wasn't like the Prime 2-day. It said it was going to take about a week. Took a week and a half, 2 weeks to end up getting everything, so it kind of slowed down my process. I was really trying to get this video up probably about a week ago, but here we are. So let's dive into the numbers, and I'll show a little bit of how I break down these decks and sort them and get into it. Hey everybody, so we are back here after going through all the commander decks. We sorted them like you saw, and then we went in and listed them all on the TCG Player account. I ended up not listing any of the singles yet on eBay. I might change that depending on if we need to. So here you'll see the sale that I found, $142. This was back in January 7th, where it says here last purchase. That's when that sale price was in. Today, now that those aren't on sale anymore, they're $184 on Amazon. So I was able to take advantage of that, which really helped keep costs down to where we could actually make some money on this. I think if you were to buy these today at that $184 mark, you'd probably break even. So over here, this is kind of the breakdown of everything that we got in those. So there are some cards here that are a little bit more money. They've got some that are less. So I'm going to zoom in here just so it's a little easier to see, and we can kind of go over it. So obviously there's some cards, like I said, that are worth a little bit more. I have everything highlighted green here that's over that 50-cent threshold that I like to look at on here. So scrolling down through this, there is a good bit of stuff that is over that 50 cent threshold, that made the majority of the money up here. So $4,300 roughly was those cards that are highlighted green here. Everything else falls under this $879 here. That's going to be your cards under that 50 cent threshold. I didn't put basic lands. I didn't put the plane chase cards. I did include the stuff that you get from those sample packs, which I've got some stuff on those as well. So just scrolling down, you'll see kind of where that cutoff is these waterlogged groves. And over here on the side, you'll see that I just have quantity. That, if the quantity's 2, that just means there was 2 commander decks that had it, so you get 20 in total instead of just, or 40 in total instead of just 20. And that's how the math was kind of calculated here on those, because obviously all the decks had Soul Ring. So there's 80 in total I had to list, and there were some other cards there was 80 of in total, probably like Arcane Signet and some other things. But I did list everything, despite some of it being pretty cheap here, even at your tokens that are pretty cheap. There's a lot of rares in this set that are basically just bulk, that are under even 10 cents. There's 4-cent rares, 5-cent rares. There's just a lot of it in here. And even though those are super cheap, I use floor pricing on my TCG player account to make it worth listing. I don't list anything online under, I believe I have it set at 30 cents right now. I kind of play with it, so I'll move it from 25 cents, which is what I normally leave it at, all the way up to 35 cents, just depending, just to kind of keep sales either moving. I want to move a lot of inventory, or I want to slow it down so I can catch up and fulfill orders. Doing this part-time as a business, you kind of need to not overwhelm yourself. Making these videos and doing some bigger busts has definitely slowed down my order fulfillment. I still get everything out in the 2 days. You just want to make sure you pace yourself. You don't want to go to work, come home, and get 100 orders you have to fulfill and get to the post office within your 24 to 48 hours that they require you to. You want to make sure you have time to do it. You don't want to put anything off or not have time to reply to the messages or whatnot. And even selling on eBay and doing that adds an extra layer in there. They have a similar system. You've got a limited amount of time you have to get it to the post office, and that's a big thing. You don't want to leave your customers hanging. You want to make sure they're taken care of, because customer service is kind of a huge thing to this. You want to fulfill people's orders and get it to them quickly so they'll buy from you in the future. So the big thing here obviously is going to be the breakdown of the numbers, and we'll go over it here. So total for everything, I kind of have it set up here so we can see it. So main set cards, that's everything that came in the commander decks that was guaranteed value. Over that 50 cents, like I said, was that $4,336. We had 880 of it that was under 50 cents, giving us a total value just of what everything was included in those. And this is based off market price. I sell based off market. I don't do low for this. Was that $5,226. We were able to get a little bit of stuff here, about $300 in value out of those sample packs. And I believe I opened obviously 80 sample packs, and I think 2 of those commander decks actually had 2 sample packs in them, so there was some extra value. And one of the sample packs had some crimped cards that were crimped in the pack that I did not include in this. Just, I don't sell the crimped cards. They are technically what they consider misprints and may or may not be more desirable, but I think it was just bulk cards that happened to be like that, so I just kind of have them set aside for now. So total, everything here in, we have 5526, and that's a good bit considering we only spent $3,000 total with tax. Obviously Amazon didn't charge us shipping, but we would factor that in if that was the case. The only thing that's kind of a weird thing for these commander decks is they come with the plane chase cards. I am trying something a little different. I'm selling those sealed and packaged, like full 40s, and I've got those listed here on the eBay. I don't have a lot listed on eBay right now. It's mainly just those and some art cards. that I'm testing out. So I'm selling them $16 right now. I only have a couple. I think I've only got like 14 left out of the 20. They started selling pretty quick. So I'm using eBay's um, advertisement system, so they charge you a little extra in fees, and then I'm including free shipping. So after everything's said and done, I maybe make $5-6 for these. But I figured that would be a better process than listing them on TCG Player because they're kind of a pain to ship these larger cards. So that's where I kind of just put a $100 value there. That's what I'm going to get after cost and whatnot, because this wouldn't be something I would normally list on TCG Player and sell that way. So all in here, after everything's calculated out, expected value is based off of the totals here. So expected value, the way I have it calculated, is 77% of the cards that are 50 cents and above. That's kind of what I expect to get after fees and shipping. And then I have it set to 55% on what I consider the bulk cards. Even though I have the floor price in, I technically probably get more than this. This is just how I kind of calculate it when I make my buying decisions. Because one thing that was kind of weird about this set compared to other ones is normally by the time I order it and get it in, the prices don't fluctuate a ton. But for this set, a lot of the prices of the more expensive cards ended up going down. Because when I originally did this calculation, I was expecting to be closer to like a 40 to 41% profit margin, which that was not the case on this. Even though 37 is great, it is going to take a while to sell a lot of this, because most of these cards are bulk. Like, even though this $800 here makes up a smaller percentage of the total, the majority of it's going to sell very slowly. Because I don't do the direct program. I have been considering it, doing a lot of these more larger box breaks and opening cases like this, just to help speed things along and recoup some cash from this to basically just speed it up. It's a cash flow business. You want to rinse and repeat as much as you can. So overall, I think this was a good product at the price I got it at. Everything all in should make around $1,100. It's going to take a little while to sell it. Even with the Lord of the Rings stuff we did last time, I still have a good bit of it, and I haven't fully recouped my initial investment. So, and it's been probably a little over a month now since I've had all of that listed. A large majority of the more expensive stuff sold, and I expect that to be the case with the Doctor Who stuff, is kind of the top end will sell, and just a good mixture to help recoup this and get it back. So overall, like I said, not a bad product. Got some extra value out of the plane chase, the singles, and everything. If it takes a while to sell, it takes a while to sell. And that's something we may look into doing in the future, is doing the direct program to kind of speed things up and try something a little different, because it wouldn't hurt. So overall, good set, good value. I would not buy this unless you can get it for around that 150 and under a case mark. It's just not profitable or worth your time. So just letting y'all know, the next video we're doing, since this is February 8th when I'm recording this right now, is going to be Aether Drift. I bought 3 cases pre-order through a website online, and I'll show you guys which one I use. We're going to start busting those. I might break it into just like a booster box or 2 video, maybe like run through the opening process and cover more of that, because I wanted to do that with the Lord of the Rings stuff, but for the amount of packs I was opening, it just didn't make sense. So we'll probably break it up into that one, do a couple extra videos. But thank you guys for watching, and overall, this was pretty good. If y'all see anything that you think might be a good value or want to let me know, you can message me on Twitter or X now, or any of the other sites I've got listed below. And thank you guys. Like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.